Hello guys, welcome to the stream. I want to start off the stream with a shout out to my boy Yoinks. Now he's doing a giveaway of free Edge of Darkness Tarkov Escape from Tarkov copy. So it's going on sale. Let him explain. He's gonna explain it for you guys.
Good morning, evening, afternoon, or night, wherever you are in the lovely, lovely world. I hope everyone is doing okay today, washing your hands, staying safe, staying inside, not getting in big groups, and staying 6 feet apart. This is a short video. Yes, I'm wearing the same clothes I was wearing in the last video. This literally is recorded right after me editing my last video. What is up, everybody? It is Yoinks, back with a very, very short video about how you or your friends can get a free Edge of Darkness edition of Tarkov. Yes, it is taking it off sale, and I have bought 2 Edge of Darkness editions to give away to 1 subscriber of my YouTube and 1 subscriber on my Twitch. To subscribe on my Twitch, you need $5 or Twitch Prime. If you go to my Twitch account, you will see a link on how to do that. And if you go to my Twitch now, you can also go ahead and drop a follow. I'll drop the link down below. For other of you who do not want to go to my Twitch, this is how you can win the Edge of Darkness edition of Tarkov on my YouTube channel. Alrighty guys, so for number 1, you have to be sure that you're in the Impera Discord. You can join that Discord down below. You have to say that Yoinks sent you and that you were there for a giveaway. Number 2, if you're already in the Discord channel, you don't have to do that. You have to make sure you drop me a message, add me privately, and just say you're in the giveaway. Once I pick a giveaway winner, I'll need proof that you're in the Discord. I need proof that you're subscribed to my channel. Number 3, be sure that you share the channel with at least 5 friends. I need 5 friends you have to share your YouTube channel with, and if you guys could do that, that'll exponentially raise your chances of getting it, as the time will come a lot quicker. Number 4, I have to hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube and 1,000 subscribers on Twitch, or followers on Twitch. I apologize. Once I've hit that much, I will be able to give away the Edge of Darkness edition of Escape from Tarkov. I appreciate everybody who's been giving the YouTube a little bit of love recently. I'm looking forward to making more videos in the future. And with all that being said, have a great rest of your day, morning, or night, and wash your hands.
Wash them. Just go ahead and wash those hands. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, get this guy from 43 subscribers, get him up to 1,000, or at least get him up to like, if I can call upon all my HumorDash audience, if I can call upon it, just get this guy some subs, give this guy some love, give my boy Yoinks some love, okay? He needs it. Like, he seems like a good kid just based off that video. He just, you know, he really, he's trying to you know, he's trying to get somewhere, you know. I was like that a few years ago, and I was trying everything to get some views. But you know what I could help him with? I could help him with some thumbnails. If I am going to do some content, he needs some Tarkov thumbnails. Like, he needs some of that General Sam vibe, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, also he said that he you know, honestly, not only do I want to help this guy, but I wouldn't have done it if I didn't want to help him. But like, he would like to make content with me as well, since I'm going to shout him out. So, but honestly, for me, I feel like getting content is like it's like a good thing. So it's a good incentive to give this guy a shout out. So anybody I can get content with that we can just do duos with. So I'm gonna let him run with me, maybe on the stream sometime. Anyways, thank you guys for listening to this little bit. Now we can start Minecraft. Minecraft. We're gonna start it up, and we're just gonna like go ahead and start up a podcast, and I'm gonna mute myself. And yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna like go.
Andrew, I think you deserve to do it.
Okay,
I deserve a lot of things in life, but I know for a fact I deserve to do this episode's intro because I love doing it so much. Hello, and welcome to the official podcast. I will be honest, I do not at all remember what episode number this is, but it's a great episode regardless because it has all four of us boys talking about the notorious stupid shit and wacky hijinks and Saturday morning cartoon garbage that we tend to get up to. Why don't we get the ball rolling quickly as Charlie brings us a masterfully woven topic?
Well, yes. One thing that's been really on the forefront of my mind that I want to talk about is anime. What are your thoughts? What do you think?
Oh, yeah.
Just a general anime?
Yeah, does it have a future or is it doomed to fail?
I think it's too early to tell. It's just started making an impact in the United States. Who knows where it'll go from here?
Do you
Yeah,
think
that's kind of what I'm thinking.
do you think Miley Cyrus will ever get an anime, and will it have a plot arc where you were also wrong, Charlie?
Wrong about what?
I don't know. Jackson called you out for something
don't
for
act
being
coy.
wrong.
Yeah, don't act coy.
I don't know what I was...
In the pre-show, I said that Miley Cyrus had been divorced a couple times. Well, she was currently divorced, and then Charlie disagreed. He believed that she was in a strong relationship, strong marriage, and he was wrong. And now he's trying to pretend like it didn't happen. He's
Well, I
always
was wrong
trying to
about the divorce.
whenever we argue, I'm usually right, and then you try to just like brush that off.
Ooh, Jackson
that's
getting
that's
spicy.
a
I like
weird.
it.
That's a weird take. This was a man defending perhaps some of the most heinous things ever on a recent bonus.
What?
Charlie's
Pay money to go find out what Charlie's referring to.
Is it just me, or is he breaking up for you guys too a bit?
Just you. He's clear for
He's
me.
fine on my end.
Okay.
Mm.
All right. So
His mic kind of sounds a little shitty compared to normal, but he's set like I can hear him.
What do you mean my mic sounds shitty? It's the same one it's always been.
Really? You sound far away.
He sounds fine
yeah,
to me.
it does sound like you're maybe using your webcam audio or something.
I'm not. I just double checked.
Huh. Oh well.
Oh, well.
So she's been
So
married
anyway,
how many
back to
times,
anime.
Jackson? Oh, sorry, anime.
Sorry? We're all over the place.
How many
at the
times has
moment.
anime been married, Jackson?
What is it? What is it? Is it anime or Miley Cyrus? What's the topic for today?
Miley Cyrus anime. Roll with the punches. Come on.
I feel like Miley Cyrus anime is just pure hentai. Like she's coked up, pissing on the side of the street. That's that anime.
Miley Cyrus is absolutely the woman in the animating studio where they're like doing her tentacle rape scene, and she's like, "Can you put more of them in my ass? Oh yeah, make me look even more like lost in pleasure. Come on, guys!" Like she's trying to get them amped up to show her getting brutally ass fucked.
She's had
tries
such
to
a
do a
crazy
Heiko.
life, hasn't she?
Why? What's she done?
She
What is this crazy
went from
stuff I
being
hear
Hannah.
about? Just
She went from being Hannah Montana, like being the kind of like Disney pop star queen or whatever, to her like debut album where she was like the country girl, and then she went off the deep end and became the party chick who was marrying like celebrities and shit and doing coke.
Where are you getting marrying celebrities? That's where you are wrong, and for some reason saying I'm wrong. Jackson beforehand was arguing that she's been divorced 6 times with Liam Hemsworth.
No, I said that,
That is
their
exactly what you
relationship was.
said.
I misspoke. I meant that their relationship was on and off, and like she, like their what do you call it? Their proposal, or their engagement was like,
not
cancelled
so-
every now and then.
crazy, though. I don't know why you're describing her going from Hannah Montana to being her own person as this crazy arc. That's what all the Disney princesses do, or actresses, whatever they
Her
call
more so.
themselves.
Her more so. Like most of the
Yeah,
other
I
stars.
remember Ariel from The Little Mermaid started doing coke and really losing her shit. You're right.
Most of the other Disney stars only have 2 modes. They go through that sweet and innocent phase, and then they go through a drug phase, but then they just like fall off and disappear forever. Miley Cyrus is like, she's had a few of those arcs where she's been, the good girl, and then she went the bad girl, then she went good girl again, and now she's bad girl again. She swaps.
Yeah, but I think all of that, in my opinion, is just marketing. All the bad girl stuff, all the, oh, I'm spiraling out of control and doing drugs and, being a party girl slut, sleeping around. But eventually, all of these celebrities, I don't know if you noticed, they all just settle down and they all lead traditional lives where they get a husband and they have a child.
Like Britney Spears. Like, what's Britney Spears doing now?
I have no idea.
being old.
Bless you.
I don't know.
She's still alive.
Yeah, that's
She had a small
Yeah, she
comeback, I think. She started doing music again.
Yeah, I knew that. She seems
Yeah.
under
nice.
the name Hannah Montana. It all comes full circle.
Do you guys
That's
remember?
her fall is great.
Oh,
Do you
wow.
guys remember Amanda Bynes?
No.
Amanda, Amanda
I
Bynes
remember
was
having
another
the
big
biggest
one.
fucking crush on her when I was. What was the
Yeah.
Amanda show? The Amanda
Yeah.
show, was that it? Yeah.
What happened with her? She oh god, she had a huge fall from grace, and then she just completely fell into obscurity. And then what was her story? Do you remember?
She shaved her head and like did a bunch of drugs
I
or
thought that was
something,
Britney.
and then she got a face tattoo recently, and now she looks nothing like Amanda Bynes. It's like an Avril Lavigne situation, but with a less convincing body double.
Now, when you say face tattoo, is it like Mike
Body
Tyson?
double. Do you
No,
actually
she got
believe
like
that? I know we
No,
talked
but
about
it's a-
this before, but
It's a cool conspiracy though.
She got a little heart that looks like a 7-year-old drew it.
Yeah, under her eye.
Yeah.
One of those teardrop tattoos that you get in prison when you kill someone.
Well, they typically don't put a heart there, but yeah, I guess.
Yeah, that's a different kind of prison.
Yeah. Instead of a teardrop, they put a heart every time you hug a fellow prisoner.
nice one, Cole. You really smashed his head in. You earned your cutie mark. Come here, you.
It's just lipsticks on
One
her
more
cheek.
murder and you get the unicorn. Keep working.
Well, that's kind of cute.
Yeah, but I'm checking out some photos here of current day Amanda Bynes. I would never recognize her on the street.
I
She
know.
looks totally different. You're right.
What, is it just age or is it drug use?
It's a lot of stuff. It's the tattoos. She also apparently has a nose ring now, so that helps disguise who she is.
That's
and
enough to disguise someone in Andrew's opinion.
It's like a Clark Kent situation when
Yeah.
he takes out the nose ring, then you can tell he's Superman.
That
Let's
nose
be
ring
fair
is
to
doing
me.
a lot of
You're-
heavy lifting.
Let's be fair to me. Your human brain is literally programmed to instantly recognize faces. So if you were scanning your database of who you recognize, if you looked at her, you went, "Oh no, Amanda Bynes doesn't have a nose ring," and you wouldn't even give her a second glance.
Yeah, but I think it's mostly just age and the fact that you haven't seen her in 15
Oh
years.
yeah, well
probably.
the other thing with it is she apparently got fat at some point because her face is stretched out a lot. I'm just saying. Her face is
You're
wide
just-
now.
You're just speculating. Well, her face isn't what I like, so she must have been fat.
No, it does
Probably
look
his
like she got
armpit hair.
fat. Ooh.
Yeah.
It's possible. Like I said, I haven't kept up with the lore or anything around Amanda, but yeah, it's possible.
Mm-hmm. I'm not trying to shit in the bed of the woman who was in Herbie Hancock, though. I was a big fan of the Amanda
yeah.
show and all that growing up.
Yeah.
So
Do you think she could start a career now as someone else and no one would know it was Amanda Bynes? However you pronounce it.
What would she do, though?
That's
a good point.
Yeah,
I mean, if you're not young and attractive enough to be a Disney star, then
all right,
what's she
let's-
supposed to do now?
let's expound on that. Do you think if Amanda Bynes made a comeback, it doesn't even have to be a monumental comeback, but she tried really earnestly to be a serious actor, could you take her seriously and get invested?
Yeah, I think so.
Sure.
what if she was a
Yeah.
good actress? Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, she was. Let's say she's like, all right. You can tell that she's trying and really working hard.
Well, that's gonna take me out of it if I'm thinking about how she's trying. It should just be natural.
Yeah, I don't exactly want to be in a movie and be like, wow, the acting kind of sucks, but think of everything she overcame just to be there. I can
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Well, she's putting
Get
her
a nice
back
face
into it.
tattoo.
Yeah, I think
You
it's
don't want to
good
get invested
acting.
in the character struggle.
I think it's good acting when they make you forget that it's acting, not when they literally remind you of it with their dumpy lines.
That's a good point. That's a really
Plus-
good point.
Also, though, I mean, would you even recognize her? If you saw this woman, the way she looks today, if you saw that in a movie, you would never probably go, oh, that's Amanda Bynes, holy shit.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm on the minority in this one, but I always have a hard time kind of branching two different actors sometimes so Jim Carrey is a good example for me, where Jim Carrey, of course, is a great comedic actor with all the stuff he does.
Agreed.
And he has a good handful of renowned serious roles like Eternal Sunshine and the number 23?
The Mask.
Yeah, well, The Mask. And I do separate the performances in my brain, and I can totally see serious Jim Carrey and comedic Jim Carrey, but there's always that little voice in my head while I'm watching the serious stuff that just says, that's the guy from Ace Ventura and The Mask who talked with his ass and screamed real loud. And I don't know. Can you guys differentiate that when you're watching performances? Does that ever bother you in any way?
Well, when the actor is like Jim Carrey and he's prolific for a certain type of comedy or whatever, and you know his face, then obviously it's kind of you know, you can't really go straight to a full drama or a full romance movie. There has to be like a gap between those comedic movies and the drama movie, like a gap of like 5 years or so. You know what I mean?
It's like it wouldn't be the same if it was a different actor. Like a good example is Bryan Cranston. I think Bryan Cranston is both a master of comedic acting and dramatic acting. But then when it's someone like Jim Carrey who fits that stereotype really hard, where he's definitely typecasted as a goofy guy, it's harder to pull yourself out of it and kind of go, yep, he's now serious and I'm super invested, you know? I'm not saying you can't, but it's just a little harder, at least to me.
Yeah, you can't go from like The Mask to The Boy in Striped Pajamas or something like within the span of 2 years, like being the main actor in both of those. That would just be weird.
Wouldn't it be fun though to just as an experiment, if you were rich, set up a movie that is, you hire all of the comedians, Jim Carrey, etc., whatever. I can't actually even think of any right now, but
all comedians, all of them, just Jim Carrey.
Yeah,
Jim Carrey and his
comedians
cohorts.
in there.
And
Jim Carrey, the world's last comedian.
and put them all in a really downer, sad movie like Schindler's List, but they all actually have to try. Would it work?
That would be funny, actually.
Yeah, but it's not supposed to be funny. That's my point. Like, do you think they could do it? Or is just Bill Burr gonna be sitting there doing face-fucking jokes about Jews?
It's probably a case-by-case basis. Like, some people could do it, some people couldn't.
No, I don't think there's any comedian that could do Schindler's List well. I can't think of a single one.
But wouldn't you want to see him try?
Oh, absolutely. 110%, absolutely. Are you kidding me? I want to see anyone try. Why didn't they make a Schindler's List 2?
Well,
World War II ended, Jackson.
what is it gonna be about? You know, Schindler wasn't this anime character who has recurring heroic arcs. He did one cool thing, and that's about. Then it ended.
Yeah. It's not like it's going to be 1962 and he's going to get a phone call and they're like, Hitler's back at it again.
He's
We
risen
need
from
your
the dead.
help, Schindler.
We must summon the Schindler.
He's got like an anime intro theme now. Plays every time he suits up.
Well, then we can make it a comedy, though. Like Jim Carrey could play Schindler's son or something.
Yeah, I'm sure that a comedy about the Holocaust would really go over well, Jackson.
Well, no, this is after the Holocaust. This is Schindler's List 2.
Oh, right. Yeah, that'll be better.
Do you think we'll ever
Let
be
the sting of
allowed
it wear off.
to like make a mainstream movie where it just satirizes the Holocaust?
Did
I
Jojo
don't think,
Rabbit touch on that at all?
I don't think we're there yet in history. Like, I think the Holocaust is still definitely a sore and taboo subject, but I think down the road in, like, I don't know, 50 years, absolutely. We will 100% see a movie that does that.
When the last survivor is dead. I was watching
Well,
something
think about
that
it
was
this way.
super sad.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. Oh, I was
That's
watching
okay.
a
Go ahead.
documentary. It was like The Devil Next Door or something, where they're prosecuting this war criminal, basically. And so he's in Israel. He gets extradited there. And in courts, they have these internment camps, these death camp survivors testifying. And they're all pointing to him, saying, yes, that's the man. I remember. And they said the saddest thing, which is basically, you know, their testimony was not reliable anymore because most of the Holocaust survivors are now starting to go senile. So this is basically the last age where we can't still get any of their testimony.
Wow. So, to jump on my example a bit, the one that I always use is think about the Titanic. The Titanic was what, in like the early 1910s, I think, around there.
It was like,
And
I think it was 1908.
Dude, not
1908?
just...
Yeah,
not
you might be right. And,
I'm gonna go 1911.
Kaya, would you like to bet year one? But it was a horrible tragedy when it happened. Like hundreds of people died. It was disturbing and tons of loss and horrible stuff. But now we parody it like crazy. We make fun of it. We do nothing but make jokes about it, especially because of the movie. But it was a horrible tragedy. So I truly, absolutely believe in maybe about 100 years we'll see like movies making fun of 9/11 from start to finish.
To that point.
Wait, what movies make fun of Titanic?
That's what I was gonna bring up. So I don't know the name of the movie, but there's a cartoon about the Titanic and its downfall, and it's basically about a cartoon movie where it follows the lives of these stowaway rats on the Titanic.
Yeah.
And it's just
I
supposed to be
remember
this
that one,
cutesy thing where it sinks and they're all underwater and the mermaids show up and, trying to rescue the people who are drowning.
There's a
And I was-
rapping dog in it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
I saw that movie and immediately my first thought was, when is it going to be okay for us to make that movie but about 9/11 where there's like little mice in the towers and they're trying to escape?
In the plane, the movie
Trying
just
to
cuts
stop
off halfway
it.
through as the plane explodes and all the rats fucking just combust.
No,
had
they
a,
like jump
there was-
out with their parachutes. And yeah, the
There was
Holocaust.
there was an anime about penguin soldiers in Vietnam. I watched it. It was actually really good. So maybe we're not too far off from having something
What
like
would
that.
penguins be doing in Vietnam?
It was literally just a Vietnam movie about PTSD and the horrors of war, but as penguins. It was like really
Did the
well
US
made.
even want to win? Why were they sending penguins to Vietnam? That's the dumbest shit ever. They can't survive in that climate.
Actually,
Yeah.
they can.
What?
There's tropical penguins.
Oh, like but they're not emperor penguins or anything like that. Not the
Jackson,
big intimidating penguins. That's
you should know,
That's even weaker.
You should know a thing about, losing to flightless birds. It's kind of in your people's DNA. They can put up a fight.
That's yeah, true. Should shut up while I'm ahead.
Well, Jackson, you can maybe redeem yourself by not losing the manscaping game. Are you interested? Do you want to maybe take that one back for you?
Yeah, if there's one thing I need, it's manscaping.
If there's one thing we all need, it's manscaping. Listen, folks, if you're bored in the house, then why not play with your balls? Because our sponsor today, Manscaped, is here to make sure that your balls are smooth while you or your partner are playing with them. Manscaped promotes clean hygiene when it comes to shaving your balls thanks to their Lawnmower 3.0. Manscaped is the only men's brand dedicated to below-the-waist grooming. While you're probably looking for new things to do at home, why not make manscaping part of your new routine? You can get the perfect package for your package, which is by getting the Perfect Package 3.0 kit, which comes with the new and improved Lawnmower 3.0 waterproof cordless body trimmer. That is so many adjectives, it has to be good. And a ton of other liquid formulations to round out your manscaping routine. The third generation trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce manscaping accidents. Also inside the Perfect Package, you'll find the Manscaped Crop Preserver, which is an anti-chafing ball deodorant and moisturizer, which might be my favorite product description I've ever read. For a limited time, you can also get not one, but 2 free gifts when you order the Shed Travel Bag, which is a $39 value, and the patented high-performance anti-chafing Manscaped Boxer Briefs. This is the perfect package for your perfect package. Get 20% off and free shipping with code OFFICIAL at manscaped.com. Do yourself a favor and always use the right tools for the job. That's 20% off free shipping at manscaped.com with code OFFICIAL. 20% off with free shipping, manscaped.com, code OFFICIAL. Make playing with your balls the best part of your day, which, that's a little silly. It probably already is, as we all know, because it's wicked loads of fun. Sorry, ladies. But you can make it even more fun now and even cleaner with Manscaped.
And they can touch them too.
Everyone can, if they're of consent.
I think we all just sometimes sit here with our hands on our balls.
Oh, constantly.
Yeah, just like gripping, the meat and 2 veg.
That you reminded me of the topic I wanted to bring to the table, Jackson. Do you guys have any weird habits with male adjustment that you've developed? For
What do you
like
mean?
the last 2 weeks. So obviously balls are there. They get in the way, or they stick to your leg a little bit sometimes, or they get uncomfortable and you adjust them. And I'm sure we all do it 1,000 times a day. But do you have any like routines when you do that? Because for the last 2 weeks, I've kind of just like gently poked my penis out of the way, and I don't know why. It's become this weird little habit I've developed.
Poked it out
Like
of the way
OCD?
of what?
So like instead of like going under and kind of grabbing my balls and moving them out of the way, or kind of shifting my seat or stretching my legs, I just kind of like wriggle my finger between my penis and my thigh and then start shifting everything like that. And it's just been this little habit I've developed. I was wondering if you guys had
I don't
little like
really know what that
routines or
means.
habits.
When you say habits, do you mean you do this even when it's not necessary?
Yeah, even when I'm perfectly comfy down there.
Sounds like you just want to touch your dick.
Probably.
I mean, it feels good. I can't blame you, Andrew.
It is pretty great.
Have
but
you
it's-
tried like making a fist and putting your wiener in there and going back and forth? That might scratch the itch you're having.
I might have to try that. But it's more leading into my general question, which was, do you have a like specific ball handling routine, a way that you have to adjust yourself?
Not really.
It's not to adjust myself, but I just enjoy the feeling of grabbing my shaft and just squeezing it as tight as possible, not in like a masturbatory way, but just to feel something.
Do you really?
Why?
Yeah. It's just sometimes it's like a random comfort thing. I don't do it often or anything, but maybe like
That's
once a
fascinating.
fortnight.
Are we talking about like the whole enclosed penis in your hand, or just like the base, like the
The base,
know,
the shaft.
Okay.
Yeah, I just
Why
grab
do
it
you
and
do that?
squeeze as hard as. Well, I don't know. I feel like
Squeeze as
I've done
hard
it
as
for
possible?
a while now. Yeah,
Why? That
just
would
squeeze
hurt.
as. Well, it does. And I mean, it doesn't hurt necessarily, but it doesn't feel good. But it's more so.
What is it with
It's
two
more
of
so
you? This
just
is
a-
weird.
Well, you're the one that fucking drips wax on your testicles.
Yeah, there's a
You're the weird
purpose.
one.
It's masturbatory. I don't just do it just cause. I'm not sitting here going, yeah, sometimes, I just hang weights from my nutsack. I don't know why.
No, this is just grabbing it and just squeezing it to feel something. I don't know.
What?
Jackson, are you like
Okay.
emotionally disturbed? Like just to feel something? What do you mean?
I don't mean feel something emotionally, or I just mean like I want my hand to do something, and touching my penis feels good
okay.
sometimes.
Now I'm in your boat, because you said you just want your hand to do something. That's when I do it. It's like a little habit I've built up from not knowing what to do with my hands.
Get a fidget
Yeah,
spinner.
and well, I don't know. That sounds worse somehow than just squeezing my cock as hard as I can using a fidget spinner. I think I'll stick
fair.
with my tactic. Thanks, Kaya.
What if you hurt yourself though?
Somewhat. I mean, I do. That's the point. Well, it's not really necessarily the point, but the point is to squeeze it as hard as possible.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Why
I
you?
don't know. I just like.
So does it not hurt a lot? If you really
No,
are
I think
squeezing it as hard as you can.
All right. That's an exaggeration. I don't squeeze it as hard as I
Oh.
can. If I did that, I'd probably pop the top off or something.
Like a fucking wine bottle.
No, but I just squeeze it hard enough to like feel something. I guess like feel enough pain.
Ew,
not
I
pain
shook your hand.
necessarily. Well, yeah, I wash my hand.
Well, so this
I
is a
have
routine.
good,
You
hand
squeeze your
hygiene.
dick and you wash your hands, and then throughout the day you do it. You keep doing it, just squeezing your dick.
No, I said it's not constant or anything. It's like once every maybe 2 weeks I'll find myself just randomly doing it, and then I'll wash my hand.
Okay.
It's like when I'm sitting at my computer desk at like 2 a.m. or whatever, which is right now actually. So
So are you
Wonderful.
squeezing your dick off camera?
yeah, you don't know where my hands are at the moment. But I've answered the
Alright.
question. That's what I do with my junk sometimes.
Okay.
How about you boys?
No,
I don't do that or anything like that.
You should. It's an interesting feeling. And I guess it's more just habit at this point. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think
there's no benefit to it. I'm not trying to claim that this is going to fix any issues in your life.
I firmly believe that whether he notices it or not, most men have a routine when it comes to adjusting themselves down there. Not just like whatever works, but they have a pattern they follow.
Or just touching their cocks. It's a comfort spot, I think.
Yeah. It's just fun. Makes you feel nice.
Yeah,
guess.
like you ever just squeeze the tip of your penis too? Sometimes.
Nope.
Just give it a little.
Well, that sounds
What
terrible.
is up with
Jackson.
you and squeezing your meat, bro? Like that is not common.
Yeah.
you don't just squeeze the tip a little bit.
Like, what are you trying to do? Like, juice it or something?
Just feeling
Get the
something.
blood
I don't know.
flowing.
Just touching my cock. I don't know.
Why don't you squeeze other areas that aren't as sensitive?
What are you gonna squeeze on your body that can even come close to that
Why-
level
Your
of
ass.
Why your
sensitivity?
penis? Why the
I
most
told you my
vulnerable
sensitivity.
spot on your body? I guess it is more sensitive.
That's where you feel something.
You can
Yeah, I
feel
don't
a squeeze anywhere. You can squeeze your thigh.
know. So you're telling me you never just sit down and rest your hand on your cock ever?
Well, yeah, that's but
Totally
that's
different from squeezing it.
yeah. It's
I'm
like
not
you're
like pinching my
constantly.
nutsack to check if I'm in a dream.
Well, I'm not gonna stop, Charlie. You can't make me.
That's fine.
We're not trying to make you stop, but
Yeah, I'm not gonna go slap your hand off your wiener or anything. Like, you can keep going.
like, Jesus is watching. Jackson.
Good lord, have some class.
So, I mean, whatever. So, Andrew, do you do this like even in public under the table?
Oh no, not really.
Stealthily?
There's a ton of things in public where you just don't do them. I think this is one of them. But see now you're. When you say stealthily, it's like, of course I stealthily adjust myself in public if I have to, but not in the same like, oh, I'm gonna poke my dick way, you know?
Yeah, you gotta like gyrate or something, like move your hips around to
Yeah,
flop your penis around.
or the
No, we all
classic
know.
stick your hand in your pocket and kind of use the tips of your fingers to get in there.
Yeah,
That's another
tried
good one.
and true method.
Yep.
Literally every man grows up to learn how to take that one extra very long step in your gait where it's like off rhythm from your usual walk cycle just to get your balls in the right spot again.
Another classic one, the step in the gate. Also, when you sit down and like you're first sitting down, you kind of spread your legs a little bit wider and shift forward. That's another classic one.
Do girls ever
Or
have that
back.
problem? Like, do you get?
Oh,
do
yeah.
girls ever get like their flaps tangled up or anything like that when they've got to readjust?
Caught in a knot.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Have to readjust.
I mean,
Yeah, I
too-
imagine
It's
that's
not. It's,
not necessarily in their panties, but the bra straps. That has to be such an annoying fucking thing to live with.
what?
Just
bra
bras
straps. Yeah.
Oh,
and
yeah,
their
yeah.
straps, yeah. To constantly have that readjusted.
Yeah, I could imagine like breasts being the main issue. I can't imagine how like a vagina would get like tangled up or.
I could
require-
like if it's like really lippy, you could have like the labia sticking to it, and it could be uncomfortable.
Yeah, or, as the chat is saying, thongs can give you a bad wedgie.
Yeah.
Also, if you're
That's
in your
more of
periods,
a-
you have
that's
to
kind of a
keep
style.
adjusting the pad. Sorry, what?
Thongs is kind of a stylistic choice, though. Like, not every woman wears a thong.
Yes, they do, Andrew. Every single one of them.
Yeah, it was
All right.
scientifically proven.
Let's
Oh,
ask my
they
grandma.
should.
There's nothing left.
Nothing left with thongs in the world. They have no choice.
Yeah.
We should take ownership of that. We should start wearing thongs. Give the power to us men.
See, now I'm
don't know
suspicious
how
again.
great that
This
feels.
sounds like a
Yeah, I don't-
plot. Like, haha, guys, wouldn't it be funny if we all cross-dressed?
Jackson just wants the thong so he can grab the little strap and yank it against his dick so it hurts.
Pull it up my ass.
Wedgie yourself.
Yeah, I don't
Anyways.
think thongs are exactly made with the male package in mind.
I'll tangle the like G string around the tip of my cock and just pull it real tight. Cut off what do you call it?
Right under the head, in that little ring underneath the head
Yeah.
before your shack. Just fucking pull it in there.
Degrade your dick, just choke it, slap it, squeeze it as hard. You're already choking it when you're just squeezing it so hard. Might as well just,
Jackson's never
fucking
actually.
spit in its mouth and make it swallow too until the mascara
Jackson's
runs.
never actually masturbated. He just slaps his dick over and over until he starts coming.
Until the
Am I the
dick
only
just
one
gives it up.
circumcised here?
No,
Maybe it's a circumcised thing.
What? We're all
No,
circumcised.
we all
Jackson.
are.
Okay.
I love that we all know this about each other. Beautiful. And so confidently, too.
That's true friendship right there.
I genuinely thought you and Charlie were definitely uncircumcised.
Why?
I don't know,
Like
just-
90% of America is circumcised.
Yeah. America is absolutely most likely circumcised if you talk to Americans.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I still don't really get the point of circumcision. Like, I don't understand it. I haven't done any research into what the point is or what kind of benefits or you
To
know,
what?
negatives it has. To
I
cutting foreskin
disconnected.
off.
Oh. Oh, God, don't open that jar of pickles.
Yeah,
Circumcised pickles.
this is a real hot-bedded topic.
I don't know how...
Is it actually?
Yeah, there's so many sides to it, but one of them, the goofiest one, that I notice is the men's rights activists who... They're really just so mad still. They'll be like 47 years old and still angry that they got circumcised.
Yeah, they want to
Actually
like
furious.
sue their parents over having done it.
They're trying...
Unironically, want to file a lawsuit on their parents.
Like they attempt foreskin restoration where they just put these fucking little gimmicky gadgets on their dick tips and try to elongate the foreskin over the course of the years to get it back and shit. I mean, at some point, just live with it. I know your parents made that decision for you and maybe you don't like it, but, you know, they also picked your name. They also chose where you go to school and what you eat.
Yeah.
They made a lot of decisions for you. It's life.
It really doesn't
you
seem
also
to have that
can't-
much of an effect either.
It's also not even that much of something to be justifiably mad about because they thought it was best. Like with their, I mean, all of your parents are older than you are. Their knowledge on medical science and what's right and culture is never going to be as advanced as yours is after, you know, you start learning about these things. So back when you were born, that's probably what they assumed was the best thing for you medically or whatever.
They probably it was probably recommended to them by
Exactly.
medical
The doctor
professionals
probably
as
thought
well.
it was best. Like, what are you gonna do? Go back in time and go, look, don't do this to me. It's you can't do anything about it. It's not like they did it out of malicious. So I don't know why people get so mad about it.
I'm happy that my parents chose to circumcise me.
Really?
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, again, me too,
I
but
would-
for some reason you can't
I
really
feel like I
say
would
that.
have, like, if I didn't get circumcised, I feel like I would have got circumcised later in life because I think circumcised
From squeezing
penis,
the tip of your penis too hard?
I think circumcised penis looks cooler. And I
Yeah,
wanna
an
have a cool penis.
uncircumcised wiener is kind of weird looking.
Yeah.
It's
or
like a
droopy.
hidden thing. And then there's always like that smegma cheese. Like no matter how much
Yeah.
you clean it, there's still like residual cheese in there. It's just kind of weird.
Yeah, it looks
So
like
it's
one
a
of those
hassle.
those sausages with lots of skin on it.
I don't know. I just also agree. I think uncircumcised dick is a cooler looking choice aesthetically. Because like,
So what's the negative?
I don't know.
What is the negative?
Uncircumcised just kind of looks like Darth Sidious with his hood and shit, and I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
One of the big proponents of negative is they say that a circumcised dick is less sensitive than an uncircumcised one.
How? Yeah, but how do you like quantify that?
Well, you can't. That's why it's always going to be a semantic argument.
That's why I'm squeezing my cock so hard. I'm doing research to try to figure out just how much sensitivity I can squeeze out of this bad boy.
Well, I mean, does it work? Yes. I mean, it's just not the biggest deal to me. It's not something I miss that I wish I did have. It's not like a missing limb. It's not as if your parents just decided to cut one of your fingers off.
I went down this rabbit hole a while back and I found that most people who really complain about and get adamant about it, it's more likely they just have an unsatisfying sex life. It's not, oh, my dick is less sensitive and it looks bad. It's not, it's like, yeah, I'm probably on the side of anti-circumcision at the end of the day, but at the same time, the people who get super up in arms and defensive over it, it's like you just have a bad sex life and you're using that as an excuse. It's really usually it.
Well, if it's
Speaking
less...
of this, oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, if it's less sensitive, wouldn't that be better for you to be lasting longer? Seems like a perk.
But then you don't get to feel anything.
Yeah, I'd say it's a trade-off, I guess.
Just
Speaking on this, though, do you guys know of the man who went on the long anti-circumcision tirades on the Silent Hill message boards? Have you looked into
No.
that?
How is that at all related to Silent Hill?
Well, that's the fun part. So this is a good rabbit hole that you guys can dive into on your own time. But there's the Silent Hill wiki, and there was this guy who was a pretty big contributor to it, where he would like write, oh, this is this character's backstory and this plot and this and that. And one of the games, I think it was Silent Hill 4. He wrote on the main page of the game under the different sections where it's like, characters and plot summary and this and that. He wrote a whole long section of called circumcision propaganda and shit like that. And he went on paragraphs and paragraphs and paragraphs going, this part of the game represents this guy getting circumcised, and this part represents his envy of a true penis, and this part represents when he was afraid of them cutting off his foreskin. And one of the other higher ups on the website was like, hey, I have a question. What the fuck does this have to do with Silent Hill, and why are you putting it on the wiki? And he would go into these huge rants like, this is an issue that everyone globally has to know, and I think that you're actually ruining the public's perception of this game by not discussing the deep interwoven circumcision methodology and iconography. And it just kept going and going and going.
so on that
It's a
point,
really great
Holy
read if you
shit,
ever
this
take
is-
some time to.
This is pretty cool. I looked it up. The guy's using in-game models. Walter is an innocent boy.
Yeah.
Do you think the creators of Silent Hill are at home going, finally, someone gets it?
Yeah, that's
it
probably
like-
what it
That's
is.
what we,
I hope
what our
so.
intentions were.
Because the amount of
Ew.
research and writing he did on this for this one game in Silent Hill, he deserves a fucking medal.
I want to read this. So I guess it's from the Silent Hill forums.
Yeah.
It says, there are some who theorize and compare circumcision to a dark, ancient, satanic, occult mutilation blood flesh ritual, as well being connected to the Illuminati, which could have led to Walter's psyche becoming influenced by the occult of the order. And when the boys become circumcised, it acts as a covenant to the dark forces of the planet and enters a pact with Satan. They also believe it is disguised as a necessary, quote, medical practice. And some doctors are satanic / Illuminati puppets. Others believe that circumcision can harm the bond between mother and son. Sorry.
Can I go ahead and read a direct quote from this guy in response to his actions? So there were like two different rants coming from this guy. The first was on the actual wiki in the game pages and his whole this represents that. But then the other half was on the forums. People were calling him out and going, "What the fuck's wrong with this article? Why did you put this here? What are you doing?" And he was having his own rants at one point. This is in response to people on the forum saying, "Why are you pushing these opinions in the forum?" He said, "The truth is, America is actually a very Satanist nation, and I will not delete this truth because it may hurt. This is what Silent Hill is about. America falling into the hands of Satan and dark forces and evil. You're all ignoring the elephant in the room. Want proof? In 10 days, most of you will celebrate this so-called Christmas, but it's actually Satan-miss. If you actually do the research, you will see that you're all puppets of Satanism. You're all slaves to bills, greed, money, and slave jobs, which are contributing to death and destruction of the planet. You think you're a Christian, but you're following the word of God, but you're actually Satanists. You are being severely brainwashed and mind controlled to believe mutilating and torturing babies is fine."
So
And remember, this is Silent Hill, the game wiki.
it feels like he took the religion read one of the books and basically thinks that God tricked people and it's actually Satan, right? And correct me if I'm wrong. I think originally God drowns everyone except for Noah and his family, and as a pact, I think they from now on circumcise themselves to show their
No.
devotion to God or something.
So I read the Bible once. What happens is the Lord floods the earth. No, except for Noah. Noah gets his ark. Noah survives. And as a promise to Noah, the Lord created the rainbow to signify that he would never again kill all of humanity.
I know the rainbow,
Aw.
but where does the
quite
circumcision
nice.
thing come from? Because I know it is also a
That- I don't
pact
know.
deal.
I do also remember in the Bible there is a side quest where someone had to collect like 1,000 goat foreskin for some trader or something. So maybe that's where it's
So they're worth something. This guy could be onto it. He is in a satanic cult black market where they sell baby foreskin.
Yeah, it was an odd quest.
I quickly just want to read these. He has a list here. He says circumcision can cause the following: permanent brain damage.
Holy shit, that was a big jump. It's all downhill from there.
The body is a record, much like how a 70-year-old can remember a memory from 67 years ago from when they were a 3-year-old. This is due to brain psychological rewiring and neuron pathways being activated and formed. The body is like a historical repository. Okay, it also causes permanent psychological damage, psychological brain rewiring, mental illness leading to depression and suicide, trauma and post-traumatic stress disorder, long-term aggravated response to pain, erectile dysfunction, decreased sexual pleasure, death.
Well, all the other symptoms don't really mean much when it comes to death at the end there.
Well, that was nice. This is interesting.
Speaking of interesting, let's talk about ExpressVPN.
Yes.
Ooh, yes. Kaya, go ahead. You always love ExpressVPN.
I always do, but sometimes I feel like I'm hogging all the fun because ExpressVPN has blessed all of us with its amazing offer, which I don't even use because I actually like paying for them. But if you need to use it, you can get 3 months for free, 3 months off the yearly plan if you buy it at expressvpn.com/official. I love ExpressVPN. Download it, install, click a button, boom, you're now on a VPN, and they have literally over 100 countries where you can pick and choose a server. Let's say, we're all locked up. Let's say there's somebody you want to hang out with online, like you want to watch Netflix together, but maybe they're in Canada, and the thing that you're trying to watch isn't available in your region. That's a problem. Not if you have expressvpn.com/official, just switch your region. Use a Canadian server. Boom, done. You can watch whatever the hell you want. Hulu, Netflix, Amazon Prime, whatever the anime services you guys use to watch your animes. expressvpn.com/official. And that's pretty much it, man. 3 months off the yearly plan. It's already very cheap. And now, thanks to them guys supporting us, it's even cheaper. And if you use the /official, they know that we sent you. And also, obviously, protect their privacy because they don't want your ISP knowing what you're up to, what hijinks you're doing. Are you a naughty boy who may be torrenting stuff? You want to stay safe, trust me. First-hand experience. I was silly there for a while and forgot. And I got slapped with a little... I allegedly slapped... Somebody broke into my house and torrented...
Allegedly.
Somebody broke into my house, I believe, and torrented John Wick 2. Oh, man, when I get my fingers on that guy... And let me tell you, the yearly subscription, especially with 3 months free, it would have saved me a lot of grief and money at the end of the day.
You wouldn't have had to serve 5 years in jail.
Yeah.
All right, so stay safe. expressvpn.com/official. Get a VPN and stay safe.
I'll take a different angle on this one. If you don't want to believe us, 4 random jerks on this VPN, Wired, CNET, and The Verge have ranked ExpressVPN as the #1 VPN in the world. And they actually talk about computer shit for a living, so hey, go nuts.
Amen.
3 months free, 1 year package, expressvpn.com/official.
Thanks, Express.
Thanks, Express. Let's talk about dicks some more.
Yeah, I'm fascinated by the circumcision thing still. This is amazing. He also used the in-game model of a little child.
Yeah, that was post-circumcision, I think.
Does he know? Are the characters that detailed? Oh, speaking of, so have you guys read that art? Fuck, did we talk about this on the bonus? I don't remember, but Cyberpunk is going to let you customize genitals.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wait, that's real? I thought it was a joke.
No.
No, apparently not.
I think that's fucking cool.
I think that's
fucking
awesome.
dope.
I think it's okay.
More
yeah.
games need to let you customize your junk.
But I think it's only penis. I don't think you can change titty size, right?
Oh, you can't change.
Then what the
like,
fuck's the
color
point of the game? I want both.
Your labia. Yeah.
Well, because it'd be problematic if you could change the breast size, I think.
Suck my actual cock in real
Yeah,
life.
let-
I want a giant dick and giant tits, and I want to run
Yeah.
around just being an asshole.
Yeah, but it's comical when you make your dick small. If you make tits too big or too small, someone's gonna get upset. That's just what I heard. You might be able to
Wow.
change titty size. I'll look real quick for us.
Huh. Okay, let's do some.
Does the game have circumcision propaganda in it then?
Yeah.
Like taking
You have
after
to wait
Silent
for the
Hill?
essay from this guy.
Yeah, can you like if you
working
try
on
to
his paper now.
circumcise your character, is the game gonna warn you and say that you're being bad?
Warning, this is damaging and might cause PTSD and death.
Please
You
don't
don't
go to the wiki.
circumcise yourself in real life.
You don't understand the fucking satanic ritual that's foot here.
No, okay, so yeah, you can do all of it. I guess whoever told
Even
me
pussies?
How deep do you think this goes? Can you add like butthole wrinkles?
It just says breasts,
man.
buttocks, and genitalia.
I want a big dick and also a pussy on my character, and then I tuck it inside, and the entire game I'm fucking myself. That's perfect.
Isn't that
Or
futa?
prolapsed anus.
Isn't that the hentai
Yeah.
word for it?
Well,
Big
no.
tits and
I
big
Wait,
think
tits.
isn't Futa just chicks with dicks, but there's no vagina, right? It's just
That's not what
dick
Futa
I think it
is.
depends on the artist.
No, isn't Fuda like a giant animal wiener?
No, that's hyper.
Oh.
Hyper.
Yeah.
hyper.
Or macrophilia is giant stuff.
Oh, there's too many words for
Fuda
this kind of stuff.
is chicks with dicks, and then whether they also have a pussy or not, I believe, is up to the artist. Yeah, at least in my research.
Okay,
But really,
well,
they're
it
letting
says-
you customize genitals. So, like, why is it? Will you be nude in different scenes? I'm confused.
Probably just for fun.
Man, this
So-
probably means the game's gonna get banned.
Do they
in
weave it into the
Australia.
plot? Like you're fighting, I don't know, space smugglers, and you're like, by the way, I have a 12-inch pierced cock.
Yeah, if you have it like a cock over the size of 10 inches, it's like a persuasion check. You just breeze through most of the quest.
The entire game becomes astonishingly easy if you have over a 10-inch dick because you just whip it out in every scene.
That's just
Right on through, sir.
intimidation checks everywhere. Just you roll the 20, your dick is 21 inches. You can pass.
You pass
And of
every
course-
check ever.
So I'm on reset era, and of course, people are getting banned in oodles. So the thread is, yes, you can customize your cyberpunk character with various sizes of combinations of genitals. So somebody commented, so, futa? Question mark? Banned for 2 weeks. Inappropriate comment involving fetishization. That's kind of the point. What's the point of letting people play with make-believe virtual characters' dicks if it's not
Because
fetishizing
we've
them
had
a
this
little?
conversation before, because they want to make themselves exactly one-to-one in the game so they can roleplay as themselves in a video game.
That is very sad stuff, to be honest, yeah.
My futa
like
dreams are
making,
coming
like-
true. Banned. Some people mad you can pick a gender. I'm making a futa. Banned.
I don't understand how people who talk like that and have that mindset even bother to go to Resetera and not talk about the game like that anywhere else when they know they're going to get banned. That's what confuses me.
I don't know how they
I'm
still
confused on
get
what fucking
any foot
reset era
traffic.
is. Yeah, I really don't even get it. It just seems like a place for people to congregate and be sad and mad about things.
And it's them to bitch about the smallest, most insignificant shit.
No,
But
do you think
isn't
that's
it-
actually reset error, or do you think it's you getting linked to threads with just sad stuff in it?
I'll go on right now. Let's see. I'll test.
I'm pretty sure it's just a random fucking forum.
Charlie,
I
you
don't
should
think
go on
it's targeted
Resetera
like that.
and make a account and make a thread about Silent Hill circumcision and see if it gets taken down.
So I
That guy's a moderator there, head moderator.
He invented this website.
You get promoted to
kinda
admin immediately.
I was trying to see if they have a search function, but it looks like you'd have to make an account, which I don't want to do. No, but I
you
follow
can you
the.
can use the Google trick, Kaya. Just type go
yeah,
to Google,
good point.
type Resetera, and then what you're looking for, and it'll search the same way.
I just wanted to see if anyone literally ever has brought us up.
We did that once.
Did we?
We looked that
Shit.
up
Yeah,
on
but
an
that was like
episode.
3 years ago.
Oh,
It wasn't that long ago. Reset Era is a pretty new website.
It's not.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
Were they
It's fairly
angry?
new.
I don't remember.
Yeah. Oh wow, they launched in 2000. Wait, what the fuck? Were they
How old is
originally
it?
NeoGaf?
Yeah, they split off.
Oh, you don't know?
Oh, I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
It's
so
Oh.
if I
so if
remember
you-
correctly, on NeoGaf there was like a big scandal with some of the like top people. I don't remember what the scandal was about, but it got real dicey. It was like a war
They're all-
zone, and I'm sure they still bear the scars, so they split off.
So now it's even worse. So I follow the Kiwi Farms thread of Reset Era where people just paste in the highlights. That website is just going down in racism, rape apology, pedophilia, all sorts
Yeah,
of
I saw
fucked
that
up
too.
shit.
Wow. So to
They-
give context on the Resetera splintering, Charlie, it was in 2017, and one of their big wigs was in a sexual assault scandal. So most of the moderation staff resigned and then made Resetera on their own.
Okay.
I had no idea about that. Wow.
And now
Anyway,
since
sorry, Kai. I just wanted to.
no, it's okay. But like since then, in the last 2 years, they've burned through 50-something moderators because people just take this job and they realize that it's a powder keg where just different factions of people who are they all only have one interest, which is getting offended, and they somehow have to keep a lid on it. And of course, they're also trying to be offended at shit. So it's always just this constant fight and fighting. And a miserable place, and I don't know how they still get so much foot traffic.
Why would you choose to be a moderator on these sites anyway? It's unpaid,
Power.
right?
Power?
Yeah,
It's not paid.
Some people
but
power trip off
No,
of being
and-
offended.
And they also believe in like this Batman dream where they're like fighting some justice as a symbol, like by being upset
That
about.
too.
Like I
Yeah.
literally just saw someone complaining because it looks like tennis balls are in Ghost of Tsushima. Like they get off on these ideas of fighting these super small things for no reason as being some difference maker.
They want to feel holier than other people. They want to feel like they're more justified in their right. So it's power tripping, like Kaya said, where it's not even just the moderator. Oh, I control these forums and what these people can say. Power tripping. It's power tripping in like if I make a big deal out of this tiny thing, then I'll be able to say I'm right and they're wrong, and I'll be much smarter than they are and much more justified.
This is a really popular website though. Just going through like the news threads
Yeah.
here, like they have 50K, 100K views here just in these threads. So maybe it really is just like a confirmation bias, just only seeing the worst of it.
That's what I was thinking.
I thought it was a much more tight-knit community.
It's like the fucking comments are arguing about who's the bigger rape survivor and whose argument is valid. They're arguing with one another and shit. This weird one-upmanship of I'm the bigger victim and you're offending me. Amazing. I wouldn't moderate that place even for money. You'd have to pay me very well to take on this burden of watching a bunch of pissy babies.
I don't understand moderating in general, or people that take moderating super seriously.
I
Did you guys
understand
see the
moderating,
new-
but I don't understand doing it seriously.
Did you guys see the
That's
bitch
where it gets
Twitch just
stupid.
hired? Hang on,
The
let
deer
me pull
lady?
that up. Yep.
Wait,
Did you see her
Everyone's
tweets
pushing
though?
now.
So,
no.
wait, have you, Charlie?
Yeah, I checked out pretty much everything.
I thought she was just on the Twitch Safety Council or something. She's not actually
Yeah.
like a Twitch
Well-
employee. Is
well,
she?
that is kind of like a Twitch employee now. They're like a
Yeah.
part of the Twitch higher echelon
Was
now.
she paid?
Yeah, she got her finger in that pie. Classic Rat King, but she's just such a douchebag to everybody. Look at this. So this is in reply to somebody saying. So her point, I guess, was that voice chat is abused too often by people who are being mean to people and toxic. And she was, I guess, joking around about how she would remove voice chat from video games if she could. I don't know if it's just a joke or what. But so people said, that's kind of shitty of you, because there's people like dyslexic people who just can't read the chat that fast. They really like using the voice chat and such, and banning it for everybody would suck. And her reply is, take your dyslexic ass the fuck out of my mentions. Nobody wants
Yeah,
to
that
take
sounds
away your
about right.
voice chat, you fucking illiterate fuck. Nice person.
Yeah,
Trust and safety.
level-headed.
Are you sure she's not like? Are you sure
An
she's being
asshole?
totally sincere? No, totally sincere. Because I went ahead and glanced at that video where she says like gamers are white supremacists and stuff, and I thought it was a parody.
That is
Like
parody.
it
That's not the
seemed
actual
like a
video.
joke.
No, that one is
Oh, that's
parody. That's
different?
just a
What?
girl.
No, that's
Oh.
Making
her.
fun
What
of
are you
her.
talking about, Kaya? What? No, that's
not
that's
her.
her.
No.
Yes, it is. The girl that
No.
says a lot of gamers are white supremacists, that's her. If you're on her Twitter right now, look
Oh.
what she says about it.
No, okay, sorry. I thought you both. Okay, you guys are talking about different things. I know that is her stance. I mean, the video that Andrew is talking about, some girl made a parody of it. And it's very over the top. That's the one I mean.
I don't know the parody, but yeah, the video Andrew's talking about isn't the parody. All she says is a lot of gamers are white supremacists.
Oh, okay, sorry.
We're
Then
talking about the one
I-
where she's in front of like the green screen forest background, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
people
there's a
kept
video-
telling me about this lady, so I watched that video because I was like, I didn't know what was going on, and then I thought it was like a joke because it was just so
No.
baffling.
I just
Is that
sorry.
not a joke?
There is a parody of her where a woman pretends to be her and she literally eats grass pretending to be a deer. I thought you were talking about that.
Yeah,
one.
that's the video I'm talking about, where she goes, "Ooh, yummy grass." And
What are
then
you
she
talking?
kept-
That's a totally
Fuck,
different
parody.
video.
This is so confusing.
No, that's the same
Yeah.
video.
What? No, it's not.
There's a video where the deer woman is in front of like a green screen background and she's like I don't know, saying that gamers are white supremacists, and later she gets a piece of grass and goes, "Oh, like." But I thought the whole
That
point was
sounds like
the whole
that's
thing
the
was a
parody
joke.
of the actual thing.
Yeah, that
We're
like,
getting
sounds
to
like
the
a
okay.
parody.
bottom
You watched
of
the
this.
parody.
So
of,
maybe I watched the parody
Andrew.
on accident and thought it was
Yeah,
real.
did you watch this one?
Andrew.
Yeah.
I just put it in
Oh,
a private chat. That is
That's
a
the
parody.
parody of what actually happened.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, okay. So I watched the parody thinking it was her, not someone making fun of her. Okay.
Isn't it
I got
amazing that you
confused.
can't even tell at this point?
Yeah,
These
that's
people are so
alright,
over
that's
the top.
indicative of the whole incident right there. Then, okay. Yeah, I thought that was who people were talking about, and I watched that and I was like, oh, she's kidding. It's just jokes. Okay, but now, I've been brutally misinformed.
Well, don't worry. I mean, the gist of it is still correct. I mean, she is an asshole. She is a douchebag. She's an angry person who, in my opinion, shouldn't be on any fucking trust councils. Getting
I
so
can't
mad
That's what
at
understand
these
what she's
trust
gonna do
councils
for it.
are. That's what the trust councils are for. Those for like they're set up primarily for people like this.
It's not though. They have two really good members, Carnage and Ziz. Like those are two people that are like a really good representation for the community. They really could like make an actual good change, but then they have people like her that for some reason are there to kind of just hold everything back, it seems.
What was the trust? Was it Patreon that had the trust council?
Everything
with,
has a trust council.
yeah, with feminist frequency or whatever it's called was like the headlining act for the council. I think
Oh,
that's
that's Naughty
Patreon,
Dog.
right? Really?
Yeah, Naughty Dog is consulted with Anita to like kind of steer their company, allegedly.
Yeah, it happens a lot.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, well, don't hire assholes to, on your trust council, because I feel like it's going to have the opposite effect, where now I feel like I can trust Twitch far less than before if you're hiring this douchebag.
Well, it seems like there's also a bit of it's a bit unfair to even put a Twitch member, like a Twitch streamer, in a position at the company that high, like a trust council or whatever. Like she's a streamer, right?
Yeah, I
Kind
guess
of, yeah.
that's kinda, yeah. I mean, it's an interesting point.
So
but
now certain Twitch streamers are making the rules that everyone else has to follow.
Well, I think
Well,
that's like the best way of doing it is having people that know Twitch inside and out, knowing which
Yeah.
way the site
Yeah.
should be run instead of people from the outside.
People-
It's just they chose
I
a
agree,
weird
yeah.
one.
you want people from the community. The problem is these people, they all just, what happens is they don't represent anybody, not the mainstream user base of Twitch. Instead, they form these cliques, where it's just gonna be her and her buddies banning people they don't like. Telling them to go fuck themselves. Fuck
Well,
off,
then
you
the best
fucking
case
fuck.
scenario, if we have to have something like this, is to have people from all different kinds of communities from Twitch then. And Charlie said that there are one or two people in the council. God, calling it the council's the dumbest shit ever.
I know,
but
I hate the title so much, man. It's so goofy.
Yeah, cringe.
there's two people in the council, as you say, that are more level-headed or whatever. So it sounds like maybe they do have that.
No, maybe, but they also
Well,
have
the
this
other
bitch
ones are
and-
like outside people. They have like an anti-bullying expert. I don't know what these people are doing in it, but maybe there's a reason for it. I don't know. And then they have
Again,
like a
man, I'm telling you,
psychologist
what-
for esports.
what do you think? They're busybodies. They're just they literally just collect a paycheck to tell people they're just being toxic or whatever. You guys remember? I don't know if you saw this news, but some lady is now going around basically. So you pay her $5,000 or something. She'll come and have dinner at your house and educate you on why you are racist. That's her job.
Wait, really? Who's this?
I don't know. You can Google this. Like, you can look this up. You can pay a lady to come over to your house to have dinner with you and tell you that you are racist.
America's weird.
Whoa! Okay, why liberal white women pay a lot of money to learn over dinner how they're racist?
Yeah. Would you like to read a little from the article?
Wow.
Dinners that
yeah,
cost
yeah.
$2,500.
Oh my god.
Well,
No,
at
yeah.
that point, you're not just racist, you're fucking stupid. Well, I guess racists are stupid, so...
You're a dumbass lady. So, okay. Yeah, her name is Saira Rao. To tell them they're racist, the cost $2,500 per dinner. Nice. So these are the kind of... this is what they do. This is their job. Literally, you pay this bitch. They're gonna pay this dear bitch to show up there, pull some strings, get people banned, and every once in a while, like, nag and be a demagogue about how voice chats are toxic.
So then is it like I don't know what the term is, but the people who get off on the reversal of power?
Like pay pigs.
Yeah, so you have the people like the moderators and the people on the council or what the fuck ever, where they're getting off on the, oh yes, I tell them what to do and I get mad over small stuff. But do you think there's an equal market for the reverse, where it's like, oh, I love people telling me I'm a piece of shit, and God, I just want someone to point out all my flaws and tell me how awful I am.
I think
Yeah,
so.
I thought we
Martyr
had noticed
complex.
that a lot. Yeah, people
called the martyr
feeling
complex.
like...
They are into being persecuted. They think it makes them right and virtuous. By the way, sorry, not to derail too much, but I want to read this a little bit from this article. This is one of the women who paid $2,500 to be told she's racist. Recently, I've been driving around, seeing a black person, and having an assumption that they're up to no good. Immediately after, I am like, that's no good. This is a human just doing their thing. Why do I think that?
Well, don't do it.
Because you're racist.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
you're
you are racist.
Yeah, and
Allison-
even then, thoughts... Go ahead.
Allison Gubzer, I'll give you a freebie. You are racist. See, you didn't even have to cook
Yeah.
me dinner. You fucking douchebag. And then to absolve herself over shitty thoughts and guilt at the word... She sees a black person, her first thought is, oh, he must be stealing shit.
You know what? That's exactly what it is. These people are paying to use a confessional at a church. Just go do that.
Yeah,
They
good
feel
analogy.
guilty over knee-jerk reactions, too. It's like everyone has terrible thoughts, whether it comes from, I don't know, you being somewhat racist or you being somewhat violent or somewhat what the fuck ever. The whole point is that you get over it and you don't act on it. Like every human being on earth has instant terrible knee-jerk thoughts. Like if you're on the highway, I guarantee you every driver at some point has thought, you know, I could slam on my brakes and fucking kill the person driving behind me. But you don't do it. You think it, it's awful, but you don't do it. It's
Yeah.
called being human.
Plus, people
you don't
make
need someone
mistakes.
to come to your house and eat your fucking steak and have $2,500 to tell you think like that.
People make mistakes and
Everyone
grow and
thinks
change
like
as
that.
well. Like you're perfectly fine to and capable of changing. That's human nature.
So I found
You
their
don't need to pay
website.
someone to force you to change.
So their website is race2dinner.com, and the 2 is the number 2.
Race
Says-
to dinner.
Yep, race to dinner. White women, let's talk about racism and your complicity. Mission. Our mission is simple. Reveal the naked truth about racism in America and unleash your power as white women to dismantle it. This isn't the stuff of Trump, the KKK, and Nazis. That's easy. It's obvious, and denouncing it requires almost nothing of white folks. What's hard? Looking at yourself in the mirror and acknowledging that, as a white person in America, you are an active participant in upholding white supremacy. God, wonderful. I want to see if there's
Well, you
like a
can't
price
argue
quote.
with that. And it's only $2,500 to hear that in person.
Oh, there's like
Incredible.
different tiers, like race to breakfast, race to lunch, race to cocktail, race to brunch.
Jesus.
Kind of want to contact her, not gonna lie.
How much money do you think it would be for her to just like
fly
live in
her
your
out to
house?
the Middle East to tell you you're
Oh.
racist.
I want, yeah. How like? Do you guys think I could contact her and ask like how much for you to come on the show and tell us we're racist?
I don't. Do they have a race to podcast here?
We could send her a
Yeah,
sandwich.
she's not interested if there's no food involved.
Yeah, we could send her like a sandwich and then say, "Here, this is our lunch," but we record it.
Oh, yeah, social distancing special.
Yeah, yeah. How much money do you think it is for her to come to your house and just like live in there and point out whenever you're racist throughout the whole day?
A racism coach. She's got like a whistle in her mouth.
I mean, it sounds like you're making her a slave.
No, Jackson. She's allowed to leave whenever she wants, and I'm
And she
paying
makes a
her.
buttload of money just insulting people.
Yeah,
Okay, so,
I don't know about that much about slavery, Jackson, but I don't think they were paid for their work.
Yeah, I guess I need to take this chick up on her
Jesus
offer.
Christ. She has 59 patrons and she makes $415 a month. Just
Jeez.
What's that
for
divided by
what?
patron? What's the
Well,
average
wait, yeah, that's a
of
good.
the patrons
wait,
paying?
wait, that's a great point. What does she do for
looking.
patron? Because the whole point is she has to schedule an appointment, go to their house. What the fuck does she do
Seminars.
for her
She
patrons?
sends an email to them saying you're racist. In fact, I want to sign up. That sounds great.
become a patron of Race to, so it doesn't become a patron of Race to Dinner to stay informed and continue the fight to dismantle your own white supremacy. My white supremacy, my oh my. Race to Dinner will choose a monthly theme. What does that mean? Does racism
mean
have a
racism?
theme? Today, we're gonna all dress up. It's Halloween. Okay, Halloween is racist, y'all. Provide multiple related readings throughout the month to trigger self-reflection. Equip participants with resources, including sample guidelines, codes of conduct, how to
I
interrupt
thought
right
trigger was a
fragility.
negative thing.
Supply a list of questions to help facilitate meaningful discussion. Yada yada. Ugh.
So what do I actually get from this?
Nothing.
A clear conscience.
Same thing you get
A
from
waste
the
of money.
dear lady.
Why does shit like this exist? The internet has just made it possible for people to make money off absolutely anything.
I
It's
know, right?
insane.
beautiful,
Hashtag
right?
anchor.fm slash
people
peapod.
completely full of a life of their first world problems, and they're just looking for an outlet to find some conflict or something.
Oh yeah,
You know, that's
Jackson.
this whole thing is absolutely sadder than people who just pay women to like their OnlyFans or whatever.
Well, yeah, because with OnlyFans, you at
Kinda
least get
the same.
to see some pussy.
I mean, there's
guess.
a
Yeah, it's
you
like-
get a service for OnlyFans. Here, you're just getting
Yeah.
told you're racist.
Yeah.
Well, to be
That's
fair, it
still-
seems like the
that-
women paying
still
for it are
technically a
racist,
service.
though. So
Yeah.
Hey, my piss pot has made $65 so far. Die mad, Jackson.
Ooh,
You can make money out of
damn!
literally anything.
Is that a month?
What'd you say? Die mad? What?
yeah,
Yeah, because you
Diamond.
said people can make money doing literally anything. Now I piss and I make money.
Kaya,
That
that's
is not-
$65 a month or total?
No, this is total all time. By the way, anchor.fm slash peapod, people, if you want to listen to me piss. I'm pissing all around the world. Our tour is yet to be announced. I will piss to pee or not to pee. You know, it's the question we're all asking ourselves. If you need some little bit of a tinkle in your life, a little tinkle in your eye.
Ooh, that
Peapod.
could be another service you could offer, Kaya. You could go to people's house and piss in their toilets and insult them while you're urinating.
Yeah. your bathroom
sounds-
needs to be cleaned. This toilet
sounds-
doesn't flush very well.
See, that is perfect. That's exactly the kind of thing that these people were born to do. I will okay, hire me. Anchor.fm slash peapod. Send us a message. I don't know how it works there. I will come to your house for $2,500. I will piss in your toilet. I will not flush, but I will insult the state of your toilet. I will tell you why, I don't know, just toilet fragility and toilet supremacy. I will educate you.
On how to better handle a burly Turkish man using your facilities.
My piss
Ooh,
is
Kaya,
100%
Kaya.
delivered straight from bladder to your toilet. I have a very
Kaya, you-
sophisticated pipe system. Undiluted piss. Sorry, Andrew. Undiluted piss. You
You
will
should have
speak.
a deluxe package where you take a shit in it.
No, that's not part of the
Yeah.
Peapod package. I love your
Plus, that's too much effort.
yeah, I love your titles, Kaya. Episode 45, putting the PP in Mississippi. Pissed on my phone. CPO.
Wait, you wasted a phone. That's bad.
So to
A tinkle in time.
Oh, you double peed on that day. You double streamed on May 1st.
Wait, what's going
Oh,
on? The last piss episode has been like 10 days ago.
yeah, because we
There's a
kind of got bored, I
since.
guess. But in full disclosure, this isn't just me. This is my buddy Carl and Doug also helping, and we've had guests on before to piss.
These are really good. The
Thank you.
Trials of Prometheus was your second episode.
Yeah. Lucid stream. Speed run. Yeah, these are. Clever.
You're in for a treat.
It's all urine. Pee.
Say hello to my little.
That's who came up with that? Was that yours, Kai? Say hello to
No.
my little friend.
No.
That's pretty great.
That is very good, though.
That is super good.
Where is that one? Under what
That's
episode?
episode 12.
No, nice.
Uh,
Oh, that's hilarious.
all right. Oh, it's playing.
Oh, should we wrap?
Yeah, I gotta do this myself.
Yes. All right. Well, feel free to
All
submit
right,
a
thank
guest
you.
episode, Charlie.
I'll record it and we'll see how it goes. I'll say what's on my mind.
All right.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for watching this week's episode of The Official Podcast. You can head on over to patreon.com/theofficialpodcast. I just uploaded a bonus episode then. We've got lots of content over there. You've heard the spiel before, so go check it out. Patreon.com/theofficialpodcast. All right, boys, I'm going to go squeeze my cock. See you later, boys.
Bye, everyone. and Thank you.
Bye.
Like, your apology will never be good enough, but at least try to minimize the ways in which you fuck it up.
And, like, if
For
you're-
example, not messaging the girl privately and apologizing, or not mentioning your girlfriend or having her in it, or mentioning that part of things whatsoever. So just like minimize the ways in which you fuck up, and realize that people are probably still going to react negatively to your
I
apology.
think your actions will also speak louder than words. Like, it's not just something like, oh, I fucked up. Okay, I'm going to post an apology video tomorrow and everyone will forgive me. It's not like that. You would have to prove yourself that you're actually sorry over time by doing concrete steps.
Yeah.
His Twitch career is over.
I'm just...
I don't know.
I
I'm
don't
not-
think so.
You know,
I'm
I
not so sure.
actually, unless he becomes a billionaire and donates everything to charity, and then he's like, I learned from this experience.
You know,
That's what he needs
you
to
say
do.
that, but like I think about some of the things that have happened to other big streamers, and like big scandals have happened, and people
Drop
are
some
like,
names.
We just
Give us the
usually don't
examples.
see it.
yeah, one's a
with
very well
smaller streamers,
recognized
so I don't know.
medical doctor.
I mean, Dr. Disrespect didn't do anything.
Oh, I was thinking, I'm like, there are doctors who stream on Twitch?
No.
Cool.
But like I think about like also on the YouTube side, people who have had like content cops made about them, people who have fucked up or whatever, and you look at the actual result of what had happened.
Cancel culture is not a real thing.
Yeah, no, cancel culture does
like
not
the
exist.
opposite,
It, like
deadass.
you take a small dip because people are like, "Oh, that guy sucks. I'm gonna unsubscribe, whatever." But in the end, like people move on very quickly, and once you stop becoming the hotbed topic, like people will forget. There are still people who are out of the loop on situations that happen, and so eventually, like, yeah, people just.
I
Forget.
think that's very much the case for people who already have a community or already have a reason
Yes.
to watch them.
Yes.
Whether that be they're entertaining or they're good at a game or they're funny on YouTube or whatever it is. But for this guy specifically, he wasn't a large streamer yet. So we'll see how it goes. if he's legitimately worth watching, I bet like he would probably still do fine. long term. And like you can see people a year or two from now be like, yeah, it was so bad what happened, but he's really changed. Like he's different.
Yeah.
You know?
Redemption arc.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because I looked at his art and his art is actually good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was
actually
so
good.
mad at myself for liking it too.
Yeah, it's like you look at it, it's
Very
like what a
talented.
waste. What a waste of talent.
It does really suck to see talented people be assholes. Because I don't think anybody wants to work with an asshole, ultimately. I'd rather work with someone who's a bit less talented, but actually nice.
I think about the Kevin
That's me.
Spacey situation, you know.
I'm like,
Sorry, which situation?
Kevin Spacey situation when
What's
he
that?
Kevin Spacey, the actor.
He tried to sexually put himself onto young guys.
Yeah.
yeah,
And-
Kevin Spacey.
big yikes.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
An actor
Okay. Well,
sexually
he's-
preys on young men who's a guy.
He's a very famous
Ew.
actor. He was part of House of Cards most
He was very
recently.
good.
Very, very talented actor.
talented
And then
actor.
that comes out,
Who
and
got
people are
cut.
like,
Oh my
Because of his
god.
actions.
Oh yeah, he was in like the House of Cards, and they just said, "Oh yeah, he died off screen."
Another
Yeah.
example would be James Gunn, the director of Guardians.
Oh,
Mm,
because he made child pedophilia jokes,
Tweets like
tweets from like
how long ago was this?
six
Yeah,
years ago.
years ago.
Years
And then
ago.
he did acknowledge it like 3 years ago.
Mhm.
But then, people found it's like he supports child pedophilia, and Disney's like, bye bye.
They
Yeah.
cut James Gunn from Guardians 3, and then the entire cast of Guardians of the Galaxy wrote a letter to appeal for him to come back because they liked him, and they, people
Yeah.
change all this stuff. And then I heard he got rehired.
he got brought back.
But then, like,
After getting hired for
is he
Suicide
still
Squad.
hired right now?
Yes,
He's
he is
gonna
now
do
directing.
number 3 and Suicide
I'm
Squad.
kind of glad to hear that, honestly. I don't know. What
Yeah.
do you guys
In his
think?
case, he acknowledged
Yeah.
his problems before it was like a big deal.
Yeah.
So like people pointed to it as like, hey, he made changes. He hasn't made those jokes. He has acknowledged them, and like his entire cast member stood by him. It was just very bad taste jokes.
It was terrible.
I don't know the jokes.
I read it,
so-
and I'm like, I can kind of see why Disney yeah, it was bad. But I mean, his cast probably knows him better than we ever will, and they all were unanimously like they really wanted him back.
Yeah.
So
any advice for Articuno? Because he knows offline TV. He's probably watching.
that's
think
a
he's
big
watching?
assumption.
I don't know. I would.
That's a huge assumption.
I believe he would be listening. Do you guys have any advice for this?
Don't quit medical school.
Oh, he's in med school.
Yeah,
Yes.
he was there. Apparently, he was thinking about quitting medical school to take art more seriously and to stream. And I was,
Yeah, don't quit med school. And just know, if this is something you're really passionate about, you have an uphill battle, and the thing you should prioritize the more is making sure that you're actually a better person than whoever was on that stream that day, or you become that better person.
Lily, any advice for Articuno?
No, that's pretty much what she said.
Yeah.
Be a better person.
Go to med school, be a doctor, save some lives, vlog it, and then one day, look at all these lives I've saved, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, that mistake I made 10 years ago when I was 21, irrelevant.
oh my god.
Let's move on to more bands. This time with Mizkiff and S-Fan.
I heard about that.
S-Fan's a WoW streamer. Mizkiff is a IRL streamer. They made some sexual jokes, a bit of banter back and forth between a cosplayer at TwitchCon EU. Let us roll the clips for context. Roll it. So this is their initial. Like she's being, dominant.
She's definitely
It's a bit of a back and forth.
She's definitely watched more than 4 anime. No, look at that. Look at that. Call me daddy.
She said, "Call me daddy."
Say daddy Jenna. Say it.
Daddy
Fucking
Jenna.
say it. Are you a bitch? Are you a bitch?
Are you a bitch? Are you a little bitch?
Call me daddy.
Like, she's getting really in it.
Yeah.
Daddy Jenna.
episodes of anime? Why gotta be difficult? What? Why gotta be difficult? Because you like it, obviously. That's what I'm talking about.
All right.
Okay.
This clip number 2.
She followed me on Twitter. Dude, she sucked my dick while you weren't looking. Really? Yeah.
She sucked my dick while you were gone.
That was clearly a joke. Right?
I don't think she actually sucked
Yes,
your
in
dick
the middle of
in
Twitch
the middle
Con.
of a convention.
You got
I'm just very clarifying.
Faster than Scara.
Like, this is what happened.
Take lewd pictures and make good money. I wish I always had a girl like that in my life. You do. Her name's Miska, or Emily. Sorry. I almost said her name is Miska's sister.
So that's the 2 clips after this event. Jenna's, manager / team contacted Twitch about it. But first she messaged Miskiff and S-Fan saying she did not appreciate the joke. They apologized. And then later, Twitch banned them for 7 days for, I guess, sexual harassment or something.
Huh.
Wait,
I believe that it was like 30 days after the whole incident had happened, right?
Yeah, it's
like
been a while.
it wasn't like right after the thing and there was a direct
let me see if I get
response.
this right. They were at an event.
Yes.
She approached them. Or
Ah,
was
I
it
don't
they
know about
approached
that
him?
one.
Like,
I
which
think-
one was it?
I think they approached
they
her.
approached because they're IRL
Honestly, there's a
streaming.
lot of context to the VOD that's kind of missing.
Yeah.
So I don't think like going about it so simply as like this, and then 2 weeks later this. But I think maybe just looking at like what we know for sure, which I think just the fact that they messaged each other, she stated how she felt and they apologized. It kind of sucks that even after that, her legal team contacted Twitch. If that is the order in which things happen, that kind of pisses me off.
In the first clip, she was making. It was sexual.
It was
like call me daddy, like that kind of.
like
And then like she
sexual
leaves
banter.
off stream for like a brief moment, and then he says like, "Oh yeah, she sucked my dick while you were gone, bro," like as a passing joke. And then she got offended over that and DM'd them, and then they apologized to her, and then 30 days later, she sued them. Like what?
No, she just like complained to Twitch.
And then Twitch then issued a ban
She complained to
retroactively.
Twitch.
Yes.
Trying to see this from her side.
I mean, like, let's say you're bantering with
I don't
Steven and like it's a little heated, and then later when you're gone, he's like, "Oh yeah, Lily Pichu sucked my dick," and then you're looking at the VOD and you're like, I don't think it's justified. I also don't like she sucked my dick. It's a very, how you say, not very humorous. Like, I get it, it's a joke, right?
It's a bad
like-
joke.
Yeah, it's a bad joke.
It's a really bad joke.
Um,
I mean, if that actually happened, I would message him and be like, "Hey, I didn't appreciate that joke. Can we not do that in the future?" Okay. I wouldn't message Twitch.
you wouldn't
about this.
contact
that's,
Twitch and be
That's
like,
really like I feel like it's a little extra.
Did
what
they
I was
know each other, by the way? Mizkiff and that? It was
apparently
just...
they met there.
Oh, okay.
There is one thing though, like every streamer from just seeing this is gonna be like, this is bullshit. The one thing that I don't get is that Miskiff wrote this long thing on
Oh
Twitter.
yeah, he said that. Yeah, no, it was justified, right?
Yeah, that's what I don't understand. He's like, there's more to it than just that joke. There's more to it. There's more to it, but he
But what
never
is the more to it?
elaborated. I don't know either. And so as much as I want to be with everyone and be like, this is big yikes, I really wish I knew where he was coming from as well. Because I think it's like easy for him to be like, no, this is fucked up, and
Yeah.
just soak in all that extra attention.
Maybe, well, we obviously do not know full context, but maybe he's worried about like his community starting shit, like attacking her even more, which gives
Maybe.
Twitch a reason to like ban even harder. Because Miss Kiff used to hang out with Ice Poseidon and like his crew,
Yeah.
and like generally when you associate with them, Twitch
Oh,
is
I didn't know that.
very they're very like wary of you,
Mhm.
and you're not in their good books. So like, if you get banned on Twitch, you know it's really rough. Should S-Fan have also been banned? because he was the cameraman, right? And he didn't make the sexual jokes. He wasn't the one bantering. He was just
I
like,
just don't think both of them should have been banned.
Yeah, I
like
don't-
it's just hard to justify this.
From the information that we have, it's really hard to say like why they
Yeah.
should be banned, right? And so when Miskiff goes and says that, oh, like I accept it and stuff, it's very clear to me that we're missing something, right? Because I think like anyone who gets banned unjustifiably would be like, yeah,
Well,
what's
yeah,
up
this
with
is-
that?
I
you
didn't
know?
do anything wrong. Yeah.
Even for like damage control purposes, I feel like it's not that much damage control.
Yeah.
Like I feel like damage control is mostly necessary when people are going after you. Here, people are very much supporting you, and you're saying no.
Yeah.
And I feel like you usually must have a very good reason for saying no to that.
do you
Maybe
think
damage
it's
control in Twitch's eye? Like they got on their good side?
do you think it's a
Maybe, but
PR move?
He still got banned, you know?
Yeah.
Is
I
it a
don't
PR
know.
move
I
by
don't
the
have
Jenna
enough
girl?
information.
Oh, like she did it for
Because
attention?
everyone's talking about her. The last week, it's like everyone's looking at that clip. Everyone's searching
He
up her
could have been, like,
Instagram.
protecting her too. Like, hey, don't attack her. Like I was actually in the wrong, right?
But I feel as though
Maybe.
if they were teaming up in that sense, they could have just had public statements that said like whatever, like, you know, this clip that's going around is okay, like we talked through it or whatever, right? Like instead of going to Twitch into a ban situation, like if they were trying to protect each other in the first place, then like why did Twitch get involved? I don't know. That feels weird to me.
A lot of people are mad because she didn't get banned because of like that clip.
Oh,
If
because
I
she.
did that to a girl, he'd probably get banned.
So Sean was saying off camera, I don't know if you guys can hear, he was saying that a lot of people are banned that she didn't get banned despite what she had said to him.
I think stuff like that, it's like if someone complains. If Miskiff was okay with that, which clearly he was, obviously he's not going to message them and be like, she made a daddy joke, I'm
Yeah.
upset, you know?
Yeah.
I think that's what makes it okay or not, which in my opinion is like good. Otherwise
Yeah.
it's like, all daddy jokes are bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's probably why. I don't think.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying I don't think it's like double standard-ish. It's just like I still think it's messed up because she wasn't really in the right there.
Mm-hmm.
But just comparing situations that are similar where one person gets banned or not, a lot of the time it's because they contact Twitch or not.
Is she a streamer? Or just
She has a Twitch, but she's mainly a cosplayer.
I see.
Yeah, it's like you're roughhousing with your friends, and like you push back, they push back, and you push a little too hard. But instead of like apologizing, they call the cops on
Yeah.
you. He pushed me too hard. I scraped
That's
my
such a good example.
Yeah, like sometimes you do like overstep, and like you feel bad, and you say sorry, and that's the end of it. Sometimes they call the cops. Yeah, which is scary because like now you have to be more aware. Like if you're bantering with someone you don't know that
Yeah.
well.
It's very tricky bantering with
Only
people you
bantering
don't
with
know well.
friends, yeah.
I just keep it to friends.
Just because I saw this in chat, what does a 7-day ban feel like as a streamer, right? Like they're saying 7 days is not bad. Like how bad is
After the
a
first day, you're like, oh, I don't care, it's nice. After the second day, my subs! Actually.
But when you get unbanned, a lot of people come on and support you if your ban was unjust.
Right.
Yes,
They're
that's
like,
true.
you know, we're here for solidarity. So
You should ask. No, I can. Fed. It sucks to have a ban that long. I've seen Fed
That
just be
goes
like
crazy.
sad and mopey, nothing to
He
do.
vlogs every day.
Yeah.
Well, it's like
You have something taken away from you, you know?
it's like your job.
But like how bad is it for your
Unpaid
job?
suspension.
You know, if we're using that metaphor, right? Like if you are, I'm trying to think, like suspended for a month of pay from your job, like how bad?
apparently
does
you
that
also
feel?
lose access to bounties for a few months,
Oh.
according
Ooh,
to
that's
Twitch.
the real shit.
People are catching on to
okay.
bounties right now. Like a lot of them
Yeah.
are like, "What's this bounty stuff? I just did a bounty today."
I don't have any bounties.
Oh yeah, because here's the thing: because it's so popular right now,
Everyone's
bounties are
just
getting
snatching,
snatched up
right?
really fast.
Yeah.
Like a week ago, I asked people in the house, "It's like, hey, did you do that bounty?" And like, "What's a bounty?" And now now everyone talks about bounty because it's being more public. So all the bounties are being snatched
Rip.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did one
Easy money.
League of Legends. I want another League of Legends bounty.
So yeah, Miss Kiv and S fan, good ban or bad ban?
Bad ban.
Bad ban. Weird champion.
Weird.
Yeah,
Weird
weird champ
champ
ban.
ban.
Yeah.
Why?
What?
ban?
Yeah.
I just I hope Miskiff clarifies on his thingy.
Yeah.
That would give me some good closure.
Have you guys met Miskif or S-Fan
Yeah.
before? They seem like decent dudes.
Yeah.
They're pretty nice. So weird champ Twitch. And a fourth ban.
Oh my god, so many bands.
Not
What?
sure if you guys know about this one,
I
but
I don't
a
know this.
GTA 5 RP streamer got a donation, and the donation was something. We have the clip.
It doesn't have that. That's the first
Okay.
thing that's not in the clip.
But essentially, she was RPing as a cop, and like she got in a dispute, and she shot in game someone for trespassing property, right? And then she received a donation. It's like, wow, if you trespass, get ready to catch a bullet to the head. Essentially, using her own logic against her, it's like, oh, trespasser should be shot. But she took it as like, wow, like if she ever trespassed in real life, she deserved to get shot in the head. And she took it as a real life threat. And she doxed the donator. She told everyone his email, his name.
She told everyone on her stream.
We have the clip.
Can you just play it?
Wait. But does the clip include those things? 'Cause
I
then
think, I don't know if she typed in chat because I was looking. I don't remember seeing the email. I don't.
It's just like this is his email. It doesn't show it.
I think she was
Okay.
typing it in chat.
Okay.
What? I've never heard of this.
It's very recent,
Okay.
like today news.
Oh,
Yeah, it is.
wait, hang
Alright,
on.
guys,
Chat-
he's the guys
chat
that
is
wanna-
saying
he's
she
the guy
says
that
it
wa-
out loud.
Oh.
Ban.
It shows it.
Ah,
Okay.
you know
Yeah.
what?
Let's just.
Let's stay on the safe side. We don't want to
yeah.
dox
Tell me
anyone.
what
But
the
do we-
clip was?
Pardon?
Can you explain what the clip was?
Yeah.
Oh, it's her like reacting to it. It's like, wow, you're threatening me over a video game. And then he sent the second donation. It's like, it's not a threat. I was talking about the game. Don't try and spin it. And she's like, whatever.
Ooh.
So Twitch ended up banning
wait,
her.
but what did she gave the email? Do you know if she gave any other information?
This is
I think it was email because I remember her saying like, this is his email.
Okay, so
everyone.
he donated the first time, and then she's like, "Oh wow," she commented on it, and then did she give the email, or did he clarify first, or what?
No, she already gave the email before the second
and then
donation.
she said it out loud, or typed it in, like she just said it to her
She made it
chat.
public. So Twitch, reviewed it and banned her for 30
Why didn't she
days.
That's a
just
big
contact
yikes.
Twitch directly if she felt?
I mean, it's pretty in the moment stuff.
Yeah, but that said, like I feel like anyone who is public should know better than that, right? To like
RT.
RT.
RT,
Real
retweet.
talk.
He
or
agrees
retweet.
with you.
It's kind of the same thing. Yeah, I agree with you.
I think you should know better than to point your viewers at somebody so directly like that. And I don't know. I just think
Starting a witch hunt.
yeah, it's this is witch hunt in a nutshell, and I just good ban. I'm raising that sign up.
Good ban.
Have you-
And actually, I think good amount of days ban. 7 is too little for kind of putting someone at jeopardy like that and exposing them to hundreds of people.
Have you guys ever received death threats?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, what do you guys do? Do you say, oh, this motherfucker gave me a death threat. Here's his email, his full name. Do your thing, internet. Or do you privately contact, like, the relevant authorities? Or do you just ignore it?
I just
ignore
I
Ignored
ignore
it,
unless
blocked
there's
it.
like a need to elevate.
Yeah. Death
Plus,
threats
that
are
wasn't even a death threat. I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah. It
But
was
yeah, yeah, I get
what
what you
she
mean.
thought was a death
Mhm.
threat. Which is also like, yeah.
It's kind of a silly thing to. If you ever feel like you're in legitimate trouble, you should not take it up on stream. Like that's probably the worst decision you can make.
Yeah.
Because if someone is really looking to do something like that to you, first of all, they're gonna love the attention and they're gonna continue.
Yeah.
Second of all, you're not gonna get anything positive done by doing it. Even if people attack that person or find them or whatever, you're just causing more trouble and more harm, and you have the liability for whatever happens. Like it just makes no sense.
Yeah, mob justice can turn very dangerous.
So, good ban, Twitch, good ban.
Good ban.
Seems good, ban.
Yeah.
And in other news on Twitch, 2 Fortnite players won the collegiate championship, and they were brought up for interviews. Like, congratulations on
I
winning
love that
the
clip so
Fortnite
much.
Collegiate Championship. What do you have to say? And they're like, do we have the clip?
If we, oh, that's so good. I
love
love this clip.
Yeah,
Final
it's so
question.
funny.
What's next for this duo? Another season, more tournaments, the online circuit? How's it going?
Honestly, we don't really like the game that much.
We don't like the game.
Not gonna lie, so we'll see what happens. Epic is kind of messing around a little bit with the way they're balancing everything, so.
I'm pulling the plug on that one. Give us a better answer here.
Well, we've decided we don't want to play like competitive Fortnite anymore, so we're gonna move on to different games.
Oh, poor interviewer.
I like that you are retiring on top. Gentlemen, congratulations yet again
He
on
was
your victory
professional.
here.
Give a hand, like, the interviewer did a good job. He did the best he could.
It was just hilarious because he's like, nah, like, come on, that's a bad answer. Goes to the next guy. Yeah, we're actually quitting. We don't just dislike the direction. We're quitting.
He's looking for his partner. He's like, save me here.
Oh my god.
Wait, that's so funny.
You know,
They were like really cute about it.
Yeah,
too.
right? It was
Like,
pretty
yeah, we just
wholesome.
don't like the game anymore. Like, they're just being very frank about it.
Yeah.
It was well done by every member.
On that clip? What a great clip.
That was an
Cool
amazing
clip.
video.
So yeah, like, I'm not involved in Fortnite, but every time I hear about competitive Fortnite, it blows up on my Twitter about people complaining, they're changing too much, they don't like this, they're making it too casual, skill level gap. It's like, Pokey, can you speak anything about this competitive Fortnite stuff?
I'm not a competitive Fortnite player, but I probably have heard and seen more of the complaints than you have, since I'm a bit more in that community. And it's crazy to see people who like thrived from the competitive Fortnite community starting, and even them after winning like hundreds of thousands of dollars are like, yeah, this sucks. Like, I want to stop. If you win hundreds of thousands of dollars from something and you've gotten to the point where you want to stop, that's when you know the state of the game is probably pretty damn bad. And honestly, it's hard because, like, we can sit here and circle jerk, Epic sucks, like, all day, but it also sucks to be Epic right now because you know you are built on a very casual, mostly young audience. How do you satisfy them It's made me standing. How do you satisfy them casually and satisfy your try-hard competitive community in a game that is inherently not meant for this type of play? Because it's 100 people at random skill levels, you know?
Yeah,
it's such a hard thing to balance. I haven't seen anyone come up with like a great idea, even though they've implemented Arena, which is kind of like ranked. They've tried a lot of stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, they made a pretty good post in my opinion, but people are still pissed where they said, look, this change is good for 90% of you guys. 10% of you guys aren't gonna like it, but we're gonna listen to 90%, which is like catering to the casual crowd. And obviously the 10% serious players are the most vocal ones. They're the one who's
and have
on
the
Twitter.
biggest fan bases,
biggest
as well.
reach, biggest fan base. It's tough.
Yeah, I mean, we see this sort of complaining a lot in League of Legends, right? Where people are like, well, this change is super dumb, blah, blah, blah. And like, you see a lot of champions, like, for example, Azir and Ryze, they're like champions who are known to be really good in competitive play, but not so good in casual play, right? And then Riot goes and nerfs those champions, and people are like, why are you doing that? Like, or no, buffs those champions, and then people are like, why are you doing that? Like, it's so good and competitive, and like, wait, am I getting this mixed up?
It's so
I
good.
got distracted by petting Tenny.
This is so cute. I'm sorry. Mimi's trying to pet Timmy.
But like trying to separate a champion from competitive and just normal queue.
Right. And so in any case, my point there is just I feel as though sometimes issues get conflated a little bit from the competitive side to what the casual community actually wants. This is actually so cute.
Aww.
Both Mimi and Temmie.
I think it's hard because I feel like League is a much easier game to balance between casual and professional than something like Fortnite.
Yeah, like because
League.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna do the final ceremony bit, and we're going to sing another song today. I am a terrible singer. I will let you know that, but I have passion, at least, in my opinion. Anyways, I'm gonna go grab my guitar, and we're going to sing a song, and then we'll like also shout out the guy I shouted out at the beginning. Okay. Okay. I don't want to screw up. Hey, okay, so let's answer some questions here. Isn't music better than a podcast in the background? And what are you going to work on now? Well, I'm going to end the stream right now, but I will, I plan on working on, probably working on Cramerton. Either Cramerton or I'll work more on the Franklin Boulevard area. But that'll be next stream. Right now, I got a little burnt out a little too early because I ran out of things to build on the Hounds Drive-In Theater. So I'm going to like sing a song to pass the time, and that's what we're gonna do. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so this song is called All I Can Do Is Write About It, and it's by Leonard Skinner. It was the version of the song. It was the guy who made Sweet Home Alabama, and also I don't really like the new singer, but I definitely like the old singer, and it's a shame that he died in a plane crash. I think in the 90s, I believe. That sucks. But he made beautiful music. Those guys made awesome music. Absolutely awesome music. Some of the best guitar riffs to ever walk this earth, you know what I'm saying? Where is my pick? I'm looking for my pick. I just had a pick. I had one. Where is it? Wow, real professional. This is real professional of me to be like, not having a pick here. Oh, there's one over here. Okay, we'll use this one. Okay. Okay, so All I Can Do Is Write About It by Leonard Skinner. 2, 3, 4. Well, this life that I live shook me everywhere. There ain't no place I ain't never gone. But it's kinda like the saying that you heard so many times. There just ain't no place like home. You ever seen a she-gator protect her young, or fish in the river swimming free? Did you ever see the beauty of the hills of Carolina, or the sweetness of the grass in Tennessee? And Lord, I can't make any changes. All I can do is write 'em in a song. 'Cause I can see the concrete slowly creeping. Lord, take me in mind before that comes. You like to see a mountain stream a-flowing. Yes, like to see a young gun with his dog. Did you ever stop to think about, well, the air you're breathing? Girl, you better listen to my song. And Lord, I can't make any changes. All I can do is write them in a song. Because I can see the concrete slowly creeping. Lord, take me in mind before that comes. I'm not trying to put down no big city, but the things they write about us are just a bore. Well, you can take a boy out of old Dixieland, Lord, but you never take old Dixie from a boy. And Lord, I can't make any changes. All I can do is write them in a song. 'Cause I can see the concrete slowly creeping. Lord, take me in mind before that comes. 'Cause I can see the concrete slowly creeping. Lord, take me in mind before that comes. Anyways, that was me having terrible singing. And I sing terrible, and I'm very self-aware of that, but yeah, I play guitar better than I do sing. I would agree with that. Anyways, I'm working on a new video. There will be a new video out today, and also make sure you go check out what's this guy's name? I forget his name. I don't have him pulled up. Okay. The guy who did the shout out at the beginning of the stream. Go check him out. And the VOD will be out later, so if you did not check it out live, you'll be able to check it out. You'll be able to check it out when the VOD comes out. So it'll be a real cool time. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? That's all that matters. Anyways, I'm gonna end the stream here, and you guys all have a good day.